Oops, excuse me. All right.
Too bad they can't see our snake boots, huh?
Good afternoon, everybody. It's Ephraim again here at the St. John's Botanical Garden and Nature Preserve over in Hastings. And with me today, we welcome Dr. Zettler and his students from Illinois College. And they are out here today visiting us, and they're going to be doing some insect collecting. Isn't that correct?
And spiders.
And spiders. All right. So, Dr. Zettler, what is going on here today?
Well, we're here from Illinois, and I'm originally from Florida, originally from Gainesville nearby. And growing up here, this particular place is special. The habitat, the trees, the plants, the flowers, this particular habitat you see here is unusual, I think, because some of the northern plants come here, and apparently some of the reptiles. And so we were invited to come here through Ephraim, and it opened my eyes. And we also have an orchid. I study orchids with my students, and we have a native orchid here. And basically we're here today, this week, to just kind of look at the insects that support the plants, that pollinate these plants, that might pollinate this orchid, to learn more about this ecosystem that I think is wonderfully preserved and needs to be expanded if we can. And so I'm getting my students involved in this project to collect the insects on this trip. Our trip was funded from the Illinois Orchid Society. We're also going to go down to South Florida to study our ghost orchid sites.
Nice.
And anyway, we're just trying to get a feel for the insect diversity and spiders. My student Mackenzie down here is going to handle the spiders because I don't know much about them. Maddie here has been in my entomology class, and she knows how to collect and preserve insects and identify them. And then there's Will down here, who's also an expert at collecting insects.
All right. So, what are you expected to get from the collection of these insects that you have collected here today?
Well, it's hard to put your finger on the whole story without coming back numerous times, but the first few hours here, it's pretty obvious that the numbers, the diversity of the insects are rather unique and impressive. And as some of you might know, the insects in the world are having a hard time. The diversity is plummeting in places like Europe. But I don't see that lack of insect problem here. This seems to be a place where they're maintaining their numbers and the diversity, and that's why we need more preserves. So, but going out at nighttime is the next step. Look for moths and so on.
What is the benefit of insects in our environment?
Oh, there's all kinds of benefits. For our sake, we're just looking at the insects that might be linked to the pollination of these flowers that are here, so that without these insects, you don't have the seed set, you don't have the fruits, you don't have more plants for the future. And we don't want to sit here all day and hand pollinate the plants, because that's what the insects do. We need them. There's all kinds of connections to insects in our environment, and that's why we're mostly here right now.
Okay. He mentioned hand pollinating. Now, I researched that over where you're at, you actually have a terrestrial orchid that totally relies on the public going out and hand pollinating them. Now, I hope I'm not putting you on the spot and you're not really familiar with it, but that's what I have read. I mean, is that really possible?
Yeah, in Illinois we have something called, a species called the Eastern Prairie Fringed Orchid, Botanthra leucophea. And the populations are sporadic. They have in little fragmented areas, small pockets of flowers.
Okay.
Years ago, pollinators would be more numerous. Now the numbers are so low, the insects are not around to cross-pollinate in nature's way. So what they do is take toothpicks and take pollen from that one orchid at one site and drive it 5 miles.
Oh no!
And they pollinate it with, that's what the moth would normally do. So
okay.
The car is the moth of today, and we're trying to get the numbers back and the diversity up.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Okay, so now for the students. So guys, what'd you think of our place?
It was amazing. I know that in Illinois, especially coming from an agricultural area, we're down from Jacksonville. I know my hometown is Jerseyville, which is just like an hour away. we're very big into agriculture, meaning there are a lot of pesticides in our area, a lot of tilling land, a lot of just like industrialization for agriculture. So there has been such a significant decrease in insects as well as arachnids. So I know whenever I was little, you could pick up a rock and see hundreds of little critters under there, and it was just amazing. But now, as a college student in our entomology class, we had to travel certain places to be able to get a collection. There was actually a lot of droughts in Illinois this year, so there was a lot of issues with collecting insects. So seeing this area compared to where we call home is just absolutely amazing, because we get to see so many, like the abundance of diversity is just incomparable. It's amazing.
And we're in a drought right here. And as you know, right behind us, if you've been here, I'm sitting in the nature preserve, and right behind me is our deep creek, and it's down to the point where we can actually walk across it. So we're beginning that drought cycle again that we had about 2 months ago. So let me start over here to my left. I am so sorry, I forgot what your name was. What your name is?
Maddie.
Maddie. Okay, Maddie. So just briefly tell us, what are you studying right now, and what do you see in your educational future?
My major is biology with a concentration in ecology. Basically just studying everything ecology right now, but in the future I would like to do more marine biology stuff. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, hopefully Marine Land's still around when you when you graduate. Those folks here in Florida know that Marine Land down here by us has been going through some serious issues, and I think they were just bought up again, so hopefully there's a future at Marine Land that you could possibly come to sometime later on. And Maddie, is it?
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie.
Yes.
I am so sorry. It's all right, guys. You know, you've seen me before. Okay, Mackenzie. And what about you? What are you studying, and what do you see in your educational future?
So I'm also studying biology with a focus in ecology. My minor is in wildlife management and environmental studies. My main goal right now is wildlife rehabilitation, less on the plant side like these two and more on the animal side. I'm actually a rehabber in Illinois, so my goal is really just to take in injured wildlife and help them get better. Not only just try to help the problem from where the issue directly is, but also the source. So educate the public on how they can also help wildlife to prevent these injuries, and hopefully eventually veterinary work.
Nice, nice. And it's Will, correct?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Will, your turn. What's up? What are you studying, and what's in your educational future?
So I am a biology and education major at Illinois College, and I am planning on doing conservation work. I want to be a professor at some point, so I want to teach students about places like this, how important they are, and how we can help support them and work towards keeping them around, because without places like this, the students that I'll be teaching won't be able to go anywhere like this and collect insects and plants and learn about them, because you can't really learn unless you see what it's like.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so there you have it, folks. Students here with Dr. Zettler from Illinois College. I just met these kids today, and just like at any other time, folks, this is our future. Please reach out to the organizations that these kids have talked about. Donate, help by volunteering or something, because we are losing our natural resources rapidly. And right here in Hastings, in the west end of St. Johns County, we are losing our lands over here as well, and we are all in it to win it, and that means stopping this kind of damage to our natural resources. Well, I want to thank Dr. Zettler here for bringing his students. You're going to see more of Dr. Zettler here in the near future, and hopefully these young guys here too. So with that being said, thanks for visiting with me today, and hope to see you out here at the garden. Bye-bye.